Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our workshop about the School on Wheels summer program today. My name is Natasha Bayes, and I'm the Education and Training Coordinator for School on Wheels. Also with me today is Kyle McDonough, our Applications Coordinator, and also Ian Chan, our Digital Learning Coordinator. My role also includes leading members of our team in designing the summer program each year. So for the next half hour, we're going to go through activities we have planned to keep your student engaged while he or she is out of school. For the purposes of sound quality, all participants are currently muted. We want this workshop to be interactive, though, so you have the ability to ask questions at any time using the questions pane. Simply type in your question and hit send. We'll set aside time after each section and time at the end for questions to be answered. So we're just going to go ahead and go over the summer program. And so my question, I guess, is you might have attending is, why did we ask you to attend today? And summer is really the time when your student needs you the most. I know you tutor all year round with School on Wheels, but summer is a very critical time. Here's an interesting statistic. More than half of the achievement gap between lower and higher income youth can be explained by unequal access to summer learning opportunities. So students from low-income families experience an average summer learning loss in reading achievement of over 2 months. Not only do these students suffer greater sliding during the summer, they also experience cumulative effects of greater learning loss each summer. As a result, low-income youth are less likely to graduate from high school or enter college. So it really impacts them throughout their whole academic career and can impact their future. So I have a poll for everybody. Let me bring this up, see if who's here and make this a little bit more interactive. So go ahead and answer the question there. Just type in, you can select more than one answer. So what type of activities did you do over the summer when you were growing up? And you can choose all that apply. Did you travel? Did you read books? Did you attend a camp? Did you play outside with your friends? I'll give a few seconds for that. All right. So let's see what you said. So 64% said they traveled, 73% read books, 45% attended a camp, and 91% said they played outside with friends. So I wanted to put in those choices in there because for our students impacted by homelessness, most of these opportunities are not available. And even like playing outside with friends, I mean, that seems like something simple that, you know, it's just part of summer. It's part of the fun of summer. But unfortunately, when some of our students are living in shelters, there's rules and regulations. They don't have an outside play area. They can't go to the park. They can't do those normal things that kids enjoy during the summer. And unlike other children who are in permanent housing and have stability, homeless children have parents who are consumed by meeting the basic needs of food and shelter. So, you know, the priority is not there for them to bring books, you know, for their children to read, especially they don't have any money to travel, and camp is out of the question even though there's no school available. So today, I'm going to go ahead and go over the main two parts of our program because we want to keep learning going all summer long, and we want to provide the resources for you to do so. And so our summer program includes two main paths to engage your student all summer long, and that's Summer of Stories and also Foundations and Fundamentals. So Summer of Stories, through this program, you will create, record, and share a story with your student on YouTube. And we chose to focus on storytelling because it's not only creative, it can also help improve reading, writing, and speaking skills, and even strengthen critical thinking. So we've broken it down into weekly lessons focusing on a specific element of creating a story. And next we'll go over the steps to the program, and we're going to present this information using pictures similar to how you would develop your stories with your student. So the first 5 weeks focus on the elements of a story. Week 1 focuses on an overview of the elements and what goes into a story. Week 2 focuses on characters and plot. Week 3 on setting. Week 4 on conflict. And Week 5 on resolution. And you and your student will write a description for each part of the story and also collect or draw pictures to represent each part. Then, after each session, the pictures you and your student collect or create should be scanned and emailed as an attachment, or you can also take pictures with your phone and email them to summer@schoolonwheels.org. And we'll have all this information up on our website, so don't worry about jotting it down right now. And if you'd like to see what parts of the story you've completed as you go along, we also have a section on our website called the Story Status Link, and that where you can go in and check and see what you've submitted already, what we've received. And you can also contact your regional coordinator as well as our summer team, which if you just email that summer@School on Wheels, you can contact them as well. So lastly, this is the most exciting part. When you and your student have completed writing the story, you'll record audio of your student reading the story and send it to School on Wheels. We'll go into more detail about how this can be done very shortly with Kyle. So School on Wheels staff will edit together the pictures and the audio and post the story on YouTube for viewing. So we're going to go ahead and show you an example of what one of the stories looks like. And this story was created by one of our students here in our Skid Row Learning Center.
An ordinary citizen. Two people named Davion and Jonathan, they lived in two old shacks. One in West Los Angeles and one in East Los Angeles. They were watching Superman on TV. Superman inspired Davion and Jonathan to become superheroes, so that's just what they did. Jonathan became the Barronator, and Davion became Nothing Man. At this time, they didn't know that they were both becoming superheroes at the same time. They were doing a good job in fighting crime until they met each other. The Barronator asked Nothing Man his name. Now, Baron and Nothing have the same meaning, so here comes the juicy part. "You stole my name," Barronator exclaimed. "No, you stole my name," Nothing Man said, pushing Baron Man. All of a sudden, an ordinary citizen named Ian broke up the fight and became the real hero. The end.
So as you can see, it can be a really fun experience for the student to make the story together with the tutor, and it's, you come out with something tangible that you can watch together. We had one of our students record a video, and we showed his mom when she came in to pick him up in the learning center here, and she was so excited. She says, my son's on YouTube. My son's on YouTube. She's like, I'm going to share this with everyone. So it was really a great experience to see how the stories can be shared and can make the students feel empowered and have fun, creating something that can be seen by many other people. So when you're part of this program, there will be a deadline to submit the components for the stories on July 28th, and viewing is going to take place on YouTube during the first 3 weeks of August, and winners are announced on August 22nd. And then what's most exciting for the students and the tutors is the student with the most number of views for their video will win a pair of tickets to Universal Studios. And if it fits into the field trip policy and you've been with your student for a few months, it's possible that you can take them to Universal Studios, or if there's a parent or a family member that would rather go, that's also okay, but we can talk about details once that happens. And then in addition to that winning student, every student who submits a story will also be entered in a raffle to win one pair of tickets to Universal Studios. So that means that they have a fair chance, just like anybody, to get those tickets, and they can get this as a part of submitting it. So tutors are encouraged to share the video with their social networks and bring attention to their students' efforts so that they can see and be proud of what they've worked on. So now I'm going to turn it over to Kyle, who's going to give a few details on submitting stories and what that would look like technically. But I want to also let you know that if you don't have any technical expertise, don't worry about it. There's a possibility you can also email us the pictures and the text for the story, and we can read that. And Kyle might go over that as well, but we can read that here and we can make that into a story for you. But if it's in your student's voice, it's always great. So he's going to give you some information on how to do that.
Thanks, Natasha. Yeah, so if you can, it's best to have your student record it, but we can definitely record it for you here if you just send us the text. Basically, whatever works for you, we're willing to help out. So if you have an iPhone, there's a great app called Voice Memo. It already comes on the iPhone. You just need to record on that. And then there's an easy click to send button right on there. If you're using an Android phone, there's an app that already comes on the phone that's called Voice Recorder, and it works well. You just click it and send it. And you send it to that email address, summer@schoolonwheels.org. And if you have a Windows phone, send it or use an app called Audio Recorder. And that app works the same way. You just click it and send it over to summer@schoolonwheels.org. If you're just going to record it off your laptop, there's an app on your PC that's already loaded if you have Windows. So you're just going to click your Start menu and you're going to type Sound Recorder into All Programs, and then it's going to pop right up. So you just click Sound Recorder, and if you have some kind of microphone on your laptop, which most laptops do now, you can record it that way. And again, if you have any sort of questions about how to record your audio or anything like that, please feel free to email us at summer@schoolonwheels.org, and we'd be happy to answer any questions and go into depth. And we're going to put all this stuff on the website for you too, closer to the date, so that you can have some sort of reference.
Thank you, Kyle. So right now we're going to open it up to questions specifically on the Summer of Stories program. Does anyone want to type in any questions at this time? We'll also have a little bit of time at the end. Don't see anything yet. Any questions? Go ahead. Maybe we've been very thorough. Well, I'll keep it open, but you can type in questions at any time. Go in. So do we need to have permission from the parents? No, we're only recording the voices of the students and not any images of them. And we're having them draw. If you feel like you obviously, if you want to communicate with the parent what you're doing, that would be an excellent thing to do. We don't require permission for it, but it's certainly something we want to share with them. Let's see. So one of the tutors asked my student told me he's leaving, how do I continue with him? That is something you'd have to talk to your regional coordinator about. It's possible you could do this project throughout the summer. If you have contact with him in any way, I mean, you could still do it remotely. I can imagine you could talk by phone each week and go through the story. But if you can't keep in contact with him, let your coordinator know. We always have new students who need to be tutored as well. So please make sure you get in contact with them. All right, I'm going to go back to our presentation, and then, like I said, we'll have some time at the end for questions. So the second part of the summer program that we have it as an option are Foundations and Fundamentals. And while the Summer of Stories provides a creative structure for the summer, some tutors may prefer to use the next few months to build foundations in multiple subjects. And sometimes your student comes home with, for the summer with a reading program that they need to do, or packets of worksheets they need to do, and that's fine. We understand that. You can work on that, but it's really good to fill in the gaps, whatever you do, and make it as creative as possible, just to keep them engaged over the summer. And so as part of the Foundations and Fundamentals, we have a few different options. We have our regular School on Wheels academic program, which is for K through 7, grades K through 7, and most of you should be familiar with that from the tutor training, but that includes assessments, worksheets, and hands-on activities for students in grades K through 7. So those resources are continually there for you, and if you've used them throughout the year, you can continue to use them throughout the summer. The second option we have is an online adaptive computer program called Stride Academy, and that's available if students have access to the internet. And we're going to show you more detail on that in just a second. The third option we have Common Core worksheets in math and reading for grades K through 5. And Common Core is the new set of standards that students must master, and all California schools are transitioning to that set of standards. So this kind of, those worksheets can be used to strengthen what they've done this previous year and help them transition into the next year. So right now we're going to show you a video demonstration of Stride Academy, and it's a new addition to our program, so we wanted to help explain it a little bit more. And we had Ian Chan, our digital learning coordinator, create this tutorial for you, and we're going to have this up on the website as well.
Hi and welcome to the School on Wheels Stride Academy demo. My name is Ian and I'm the Digital Learning Coordinator here at School on Wheels. In this video, we're going to walk you through the key features of Stride Academy, talk about how we're using Stride Academy to support the academic development of our students, and tell you how you can start using Stride Academy with your students. So what is Stride Academy? Stride Academy is an online learning program that diagnoses and develops the students' mastery of essential skills in reading, mathematics, and science through video lessons, multiple choice questions, personalized study guides, customized progress reports, and game-based rewards. The program is available for students from pre-K all the way through high school. Since Stride is an online learning program, what you'll need in order to use Stride with your student is a computer, tablet, or mobile device, as well as reliable internet access. Let's jump into the demo so you can see how Stride looks like in action. When students log into Stride Academy, this is what they'll see. And the main concept of Stride Academy is that as students answer more questions correctly, they get more coins. And the more coins they have, the more games they can play. So let's have a look at some of the questions that Stride Academy features.
Which numbers are ordered from least to greatest?
One of the things that's included is audio, so on the top right of the question.
Which numbers are ordered from least to greatest?
Students can press that button so that the question can be read to them. On the left corner, students can watch a video lesson to learn a little bit more about how to answer this question.
Do you straighten your room at home? Does everything have a place? That means you like things in order. Today, we will talk about ordering numbers.
Students can also download a lesson booklet. Another feature is a calculator and a scratch pad. Let's have a look what happens when we answer this question correctly. So in this case, we have enough coins to play a game. So let's try out the game. One cool feature is that students can also keep track of how well their classmates are doing in those games, which also motivates students to want to answer more questions so that they can play the games and compete against their friends. Other cool features on Stride, students can earn badges. Students love to show off that they've earned certain badges, so it's really good students feel proud that they're reaching these milestones too. As students improve and are getting questions correct, Stride automatically makes the questions harder, so students have to catch up with higher grade level material or just move along progressively. So that's the great thing about Stride, is that it doesn't limit them to the grade level that they're at, but sort of adjusts to how well they're doing in those questions. Customized progress reports. Once a student has used Stride a couple of times, detailed progress reports are automatically created. We use these reports to track your students' strengths and weaknesses and monitor whether your students meet state or Common Core standards. Customized progress reports are available upon request. Personalized study guides. These are generated based on your students' progress on Stride Academy. The study guides include customized lessons and tutoring material that you can use during your tutoring sessions to target the state or Common Core standards your student is struggling to meet. Personalized study guides are also available upon request. If you would like to use Stride Academy with your student, please visit www.schoolanwheels.org/stride-academy for more information on how to get started. Also, if you have any general questions about Stride, please feel free to leave a comment on this YouTube video, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Lastly, if you have any specific questions about using Stride with your student, please contact your assigned tutor coordinator or regional coordinator. We hope that you find Stride Academy a fun and useful tool during your tutoring sessions, and thank you for volunteering with School on Wheels.
Great, thank you, Ian. And that, like I said, that video is going to be up on our website. So if you want to watch it again, if it was a little choppy, you can go ahead and do that. So really, that's an overview of the main parts of our summer program. We hope that you're going to find it engaging to work with your student. We're also going to be adding some supplementary activities, including virtual field trips and literary apps as other options to explore. So please be in touch with your regional coordinator if you need any support following the program or during the summer months. And you can also email summer@schoolanwheels.org if you have any specific questions about the summer program. And so we're going to open it up to questions now. I did see at least one. This is from Ron, and it says, do you recommend Khan Academy? Definitely. Khan Academy is a great resource. It's even better than it ever was before. It's a primarily math resource to catch up your student in math subjects. It's great for high school students especially, but it's also good for younger middle school and I think upper elementary. And there are some assessments on there, so you can actually go through an informal assessment and figure out where your student needs to start. And there are lots of questions, and it's not as game-based as Stride, but it is. It also has, I think, badges, and you can get points, and you can make progress that way. So that's definitely a great resource. Thanks for reminding us, Ron. Any other questions to submit? Go ahead and submit now. I think one thing I just want to talk about was some of the struggles of meeting over the summer. I think my experience, even, I was also a volunteer tutor along with being a staff member, and sometimes it's you find the parent maybe saying, let's just take a break. I don't want to have a definite schedule. I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be, or the shelter might have a different schedule during the summer. Despite these challenges, I would really encourage you to continue to try to meet with your student as regularly as possible. It might seem like it's a nice time to take a break because it's the summer, but like I said, with some of the information and statistics, it's really one of the most important times for our students, especially from homeless families, to get ahead in the gaps that have been created in learning, and they can keep up with their peers if they have some more instruction during the summer, and while their peers have access to more resources than they do, this is one chance for you to step in there and give them that access. Any other questions right now? Well, we will be available, like I said, by email for questions. Thank you for coming today and attending. We're also going to post a recording of this on our website. If you, like I said, if you need any support, we're always here. There was a question, will the information on the Summer of Stories contest be on the website? Yes, it will be. It's actually on the website right now. It's under schoolonwheels.org, and then if you click on the Tutor Center and you click on the summer program, you'll have information for all the things we talked about. And there's a question, when does the competition end? It ends, the deadline for the competition to submit the videos, let me just double check, is the end of July, so July 28th. And then our staff is going to edit together in the next week, and then viewing will take place during the first 3 weeks of August, and winners are going to be announced August 22nd. If you're having any trouble meeting that deadline, please contact us and we can see what we can do to help you. All right, well, thank you again. I'm glad you were able to attend. Please let any other tutors at your locations know about the summer program if you're there and you see some of your other School on Wheels volunteers. If you have any questions, let us know, and we appreciate it. We hope you have a great summer.